Okay, let's go. How cultured are you? A quiz to test your knowledge, either before or after reading this issue. I don't read. Let's go. 1 of 30. Which of these films was shot entirely on iPhone? David Lynch's Inland Empire, Nova Baumbach's Frances Ha, Sean Baker's Tangerine, Barry Jenkins' Moonlight. Okay, well, were iPhones even a thing in 2006? Or were we all still rocking the iPod Touch? I'm pretty sure I had an iPod Touch in like 2007, maybe. So it's probably not that one. It's probably too early. Probably going to be an early one, or no, all of these are kind of early. I was going to say it would either be somewhat recent, like within the past like 5 years, or something that happened like the year the iPhone came out. I'm just going to take a wild guess. Oh, I was right. Cool, okay. 2 of 30. Identify... Identify this ash-ripened cheese! What? That's crazy! Oh my god, are you serious? I don't think I'm cultured enough for this. It specifies ash ripened? That's crazy. Well, it's definitely not Gouda. I don't think it's Gouda anyway. It looks like one of those cheeses that smells like feet. I'm gonna guess, and I am guessing here, whatever this is. Oh, I was wrong. This is Humboldt Fog, a goat cheese from Arcata in California's Humboldt County. Wow, okay. The most popular American take on ash-ripened goat cheese. Wow, I didn't know. Identify this ash-ripened cheese is crazy. Okay. True or false? The German white wine Riesling is always sweet. I don't know, but I'm sure it would go great with the cheese. I can't get over this ash-ripened cheese. Gun to your head, identify this ash-ripened cheese. Oh my god, okay. I don't know much about wine in general. I've heard of Riesling, but I don't know if it's sweet. White wines usually aren't sweet, right? So I'm gonna say false. Oh, it's prized for its versatility. That's wonderful. Crisp, sparkling style. Okay, cool. Which of these terms was not popularized by George Orwell's novel 1984? Big Brother was definitely a thing in that book. Doublethink and Thought Police, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's Deep State is the correct answer. Yeah. As the singer-songwriter Dua Lipa, who picked the book as one you should have read by age 30, says it's unsettling just how prescient Orwell was. I was going to make a joke about, the cultural opinions of singer-songwriters, but Dua Lipa is actually pretty well read. In a modern version of the ancient Chinese fairy tale The Cowherd and the Weaver Girl, two young lovers are punished for crossing class lines with their romance. What is their fate? They're turned into stars on the opposite side of the galaxy. Wow. They're banished to the underworld. That's boring. They're forced to marry other people. That's also boring. They're blinded. I'm going to pick the stars on the opposite ends of the galaxy because that just sounds the most dramatic, but I don't think that's the end. I'm right. Wow. How they knew about the galaxy in ancient China? I mean, no offense to the ancient Chinese, but that's pretty crazy. I guess everybody knows about the galaxy if they just look up. Anyway, in what year was the first full-length hip-hop album released? Oh, it's probably not going to be 93. It's probably going to be earlier than that. But maybe, I don't know, because hip-hop was big in the 90s, right? There's no late 80s answer, so I can't imagine it being earlier than like the late 80s. I'm going to say 93. Oh! Okay. Which composer is often associated with minimalism, a style of music that emerged in the 1960s? Well, if there is an all of the above option, it's probably that one. Right? I feel like that's gotta be like the trick, though. I know I've heard the name Philip Glass before, so that's familiar. I think Philip Glass is associated with minimalist music. Laurie Spiegel, Julius Eastman. I'm going to say all of the above. Yeah, of course. You can't just have an all of the above and, you know, like for just one question, it's obviously going to be that one. Where are performances of Vietnam's, forgive me, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, puppetry traditionally held? In bamboo mountain huts in northern Vietnam, in coffee houses in Ho Chi Minh City, in rice paddies with the puppeteers submerged waist deep in water, at the Surprise Cave, one of the country's largest, near Ha Long Bay. Coffee houses seems a little basic. It seems a little obvious. I feel like the most interesting answer is rice paddies. So I'm going to go with that. Yeah, okay. Ponds and rice paddies. Now performers often use portable tanks. Interesting. Name this actress who's considered one of Broadway's finest practitioners of Stephen Sondheim's work. I have no idea who this is. Are you kidding me? Well, Sarah Krulwich, obviously. No, that's the photographer. I feel like I've heard the name Patti LuPone before. LuPone. Surely that's not how it's pronounced. I'm gonna just my gut reaction. I didn't even read the other names. I just zeroed in on that one. Obviously not correct. Oh well. Bonus. What Disney hit, one of the most well-known, did she also sing? Oh. One of the most well-known. Okay, well, it's not the most well-known, so it can't be Let It Go. I feel like Reflection is the obvious answer here. Dang it! The name for this couture fastening technique is also the French word for staple. I don't know any French. I don't even know how to pronounce these. I'm not going to try to pronounce that second one, or I might end up saying a slur. Let's just go with this one. Yeah! Let's go. Okay. The Bauhaus in Dessau, Germany is associated with which modernist movement? Brutalism. Dang it. I didn't even try on that one. Whose art, which involved using elephant dung to depict the Virgin Mary, was described in 1999 by Rudy Giuliani when the mayor of New York as sick stuff. I don't know. I haven't heard of any of these people. I think I've maybe heard the name Dana Schultz before, so I'm going to go with that. Dang it. Wow. Ophelia's painting The Holy Virgin Mary, 1996, incorporated elephant dung and cutouts from pornographic magazines. It's actually kind of interesting. That is some sick stuff. Wait. Did he mean sick as in, like, sick? Or did he mean sick as in, like, that's sick? Because I was thinking sick. Anyway. Which of the following technical innovations in Western art came first? canvas, commercially available paint, linear perspective, oil paint. Well, oil paint, I think, has got to be one of the oldest of any of these. I'm thinking probably oil paint, yeah. For what purpose was the Nimba mask from Guinea that dates back to the 19th or earliest 20th century used? Comic relief, fertility, theater performances, manifesting a good harvest. I'm seeing fertility in this. Yeah, yep. Who would have guessed? Harris tweed, the only fabric in the world governed and protected by its own act of parliament, comes from this place. The Alpine highlands of the Central Andes in South America, the Greater Antilles Islands in the Caribbean Sea, the inland city of Kurume on Japan's Kyushu Island, the Outer Hebrides Islands off the northwest tip of Britain. I want to say Alpine Highlands because tweed is giving like llama fur. Dang it. This film, for which Giorgio Armani designed costumes, was largely credited with launching the Italian fashion designer's international career. How far into this are we? 17 of 30? Ugh. I don't know films. The Italian Connection. Dang it. Yeah, I had no chance at that one. Romola, 1863, is an oft-overlooked novel by which British writer? Jane Austen, Charles Dickens, George Eliot, Anthony Trollope. Could be any of them from my perspective. I think Dickens gives me the most 1800s vibes. So, nope, that was incorrect. Guys, I don't think I'm cultured. True or false, Virginia Woolf's novel Mrs. Dalloway, 1925, takes place over the course of a single week. I can see that being true, and it is not. I'm blind. Guys, I really think I'm not cultured. I couldn't even identify the age. Cheese. About 50 million copies of this chair were sold between 1859 and 1930. I think it's this one. No, I saw a video on YouTube about office chairs like a few weeks ago, and I thought it was going to be the office chair. But I guess office chairs were invented a little later, maybe. I've never seen a chair like that in my life. What is this banana looking thing on the bottom right? That actually looks like really comfy, not gonna lie. The gardening term parterre refers to a portmanteau of party, in this case meaning wild grasses, and terre, the French word for ground. A 4-quadrant design with 2 perpendicular axes and a pool at the center. Fountains with hidden jets to catch visitors off guard. Symmetrical patterns made from manicured hedges separated by pathways and designed to be viewed from above. I mean, this one sounds the most correct. Dang it. That was going to be my next guess. Which of the following artists was shot in the arm as part of a 1970s performance? Oh. No! What? I could have sworn it was Marina Abramovich. I didn't even read the other names. Definitely wasn't Andy Warhol. Wow. I know Marina Abramovich has done some performance art that has involved weapons, so that was just my immediate first guess. I'm pretty sure she's had guns pointed at her too. Anyway, I don't know who these other two people are. Everybody knows who Andy Warhol is. The actor and filmmaker Orson Welles said about this film released in the 1930s, it could make a stone cry. Well, probably not Wizard of Oz. I wouldn't put that past Orson Welles. I I've never seen any of the other three, and two of these I haven't even heard of. Dang it, I should just not go for the most obvious answer, because it's probably not going to be the most obvious. It hasn't been the most obvious answer since all of the above. Okay. Who wrote the original musical score for Bertolt Brecht's The Threepenny Opera? John Cage? Could be John Cage. Cyndi Lauper? Rodgers and Hammerstein? Kurt Weill? I don't know who those last two are. I very much doubt it was Cyndi Lauper, but knowing how this is going, it could be Cyndi Lauper. John Cage is my first guess. But that probably means that it's not John Cage. And Cyndi Lauper, I highly doubt, which probably means that it is Cyndi Lauper. Dang it! Well, at least it wasn't John Cage. Who first applied the term avant-garde, a military phrase meaning advance to the front line, to the arts? The only name here that I know... Well, I've heard the name Gertrude Stein before, and I've heard the name Victor Hugo before. Does that mean that I know anything about these people? Absolutely not. I don't know. Guys, I don't think I'm cultured. I can't even identify an ash. I don't even know what it's called anymore. An ash cured cheese. Okay. What's the difference between sour cream and creme fraiche? This one I feel like I should know. Creme fraiche is always made with dairy from grass-fed cows, and sour cream doesn't have the same requirement. Creme fraiche is traditionally for desserts, while sour cream goes with savory food. That strikes me as correct. Sour cream has higher acidity, making it tangier and thicker than creme fraiche. Also strikes me as correct. No difference. They're just two names for the same thing. Knowing the French when it comes to cuisine, that could absolutely be true. I think that's... No! Oh, dang it, my bigotry. My bigotry against the French, specifically when it comes to cuisine, got the better of me. They're both just cultured creams. I'm not a cultured cream. I'm anything but a cultured... I might be a cream, but I'm not cultured, that's for sure. In Spain, it's called socarat. Socarat, excuse me. I'm absolutely 100% sure that's not how that's pronounced. In Korea, it's called Nurung... I should just stop. It has 3 different names in 3 different places. What is it? An energetic dance, a type of shirt collar, pre-dinner drinks, scorched rice. All of these places are places that could have rice. All of these places and more are places that could have shirt collars, energetic dances, and pre-dinner drinks. So that doesn't really help me. I'm getting rice. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, yeah, the scorched rice from the bottom of the pot. Everybody knows that. I just didn't know it had all these different names. Okay. Garum, a fish sauce made of anchovies fermented in salt, originated in which ancient culture? Oh no. It's been so long since I've seen those videos. You know the ones. You know the guy with the beautiful big blue eyes and the cat. You know that guy that cooks on Tasting History, right? Is that the channel? It's been so long since I've seen those videos. Well, I don't think it's Aztec. I don't think it's Egyptian. Could be Babylonian or Roman. I'm going to go with Roman. My first thought was Greek, but there we go. It's Roman. In what country did basso continuo, a harmonic structure that defined Western classical music in the Baroque period, likely originate? It sounds Italian. But what did Italy have to do with Western classical music? What did any of these places have to do other than France? I don't know. I am a musician, but I haven't really studied music history, or theory for that matter. It's I mean, Italy is the obvious choice just because of the name, right? Yeah. All right, cool. I got one correct. Okay, I'm not doing as bad as I thought I would, actually, to be honest. I've gotten quite a few of these right. Which of the below album covers was created by the English artist Damien Hirst? Drake's Certified Lover Boy, Lady Gaga's Art Pop, Lord's Melodrama, Ye's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Damien Hirst? Isn't it Art Pop? No. Okay, that was the last question. Time for the results. 12 out of 30. Keep reading! Ah! Come on, man.